G'day gang, Ed Dale here and welcome to 30-day challenge pre-season. Very exciting indeed. And today we say goodbye to an old friend. Yes, for this year's challenge we are going to a new browser. And over the course of these next few videos I'm going to show you why we're going to the new browser. I'm also going to show you the how of how we're going to a new browser. So we are going to use the browser which is called Flock, and you might recall last year we were using Firefox. Now Firefox and Flock are actually built from exactly the same engine, but as you'll see in these next few videos, I think Flock has really taken some leaps forward in terms of the things that we need to do as part of the challenge and just as part of being in and involved with the internet. So hope you join along with me again in true 30-day challenge style. We're going to show you every single step of the way. So let's start from the very start. And I feel sort of a bit sad for Firefox, but we've had good times. So the first thing we're going to do is obviously find Flock. So I have just, as you've seen, clicked on the Google browser and I'm going to type Flock. And in case my Australian accent has caused problems, Flock is spelled, you've got to be a little bit careful, F-L-O-C-K. So there we have it. So we're just going to do a search on Flock now, and as you can see, here we are, the good old Google screen, and we're going to click on the Flock browser. Now another reason of course I love the Flock browser is that it is completely operating system independent. It is it'll work on a PC, it'll work on a Mac, it'll work even on Linux. It works on Linux as well, so it's right across the board. And as I say, once you start using it, you'll see why it's so beautiful. So now normally what will happen is that you will get access, you'll get whichever screen, whichever version I should say of the Flock browser. It'll pick up what system you're browsing on. So here we are. Now depending on the time the challenge goes, I can see here that the Flock beta is available. So I'm actually going to use the Flock beta version because I'm that type of wild and crazy guy. There's also some very cool features in terms of, and you can see this here, you can see Dig, Pounce, which is a Twitter style network, which is very, very cool, and there's all sorts of other things, but the Dig thing is a very cool thing because, as you'll learn in the 30-day challenge, Dig is a very, very important tool, and as we taught last year as well. So you can see here we've got 3 buttons, and we're going to click the Mac because I'm on a Mac. Don't know if you noticed that or not. Did you know, just as a side note, that of computers that are bought which are over $1,000, the Macintosh has a 50% market share? There you go. Okay, so let's start the thrilling download process. So we'll click on that link here. And as you can see here, we've got, do you want to save that file? Yes, please. So we're going to save, and again, you'll have the equivalent sort of message on the PC. And in the spirit of true watching every step, you'll see that it's now downloading. And fortunately, you can see my internet connectivity here in Australia is not exactly spectacular, but it's downloading at a nice clip, which is very cool. And you know, again, depending on your operating system, you'll get various and different warning systems. You probably downloaded a program off the net before, but again, you just need to watch and just be sure of where you're downloading things from, and you'll be fine. So we're just waiting for this to download. Anybody know any good songs? Okay, so there we are. And in Mac terms, I'm just going to click open, and that will bring up this dialog screen. Of course, I'm very good at reading these licensing agreements. Okay, and you can see here we're going to now, and by the way, if you haven't seen installing on a Macintosh, it's this hard. You ready? This is tricky. You're following along with me, folks. I'm going to click and drag, and we're going to replace because I've already got Flock on there. Which, as it happened, I actually didn't know I had that. I've been waiting all this time so I could video this. I've been putting up with the last version of Firefox. And that's it, folks. We are installed. So we're going to now go and find that particular folder. And of course, on the Macintosh, again, we're going to type Flock. Now, again, folks, this works exactly the same way on the PC, just not as quickly or as good. But I'm sorry, I'm going to try refrain. I really am. But you just need to find your Flock installation. Oh, actually, there's one thing that we should do on the Macintosh is quickly unmount that drive, which we've done there. Click that off. We don't need this anymore, so we'll just click here. And let's open Flock. Boom. Hit return. Flock is an application which you downloaded from the internet. Are you sure you want to open it? Isn't that a nice error message? Yes, I do want to open it. Thank you. Okay, and now Flock is starting up. We might just minimize the old Safari here. And you can see here the following add-ons are not compatible with Flock and have been disabled. We're going to check now. I love Twitterbar. I think Twitterbar has come up with a new version actually. Hooray! Number 1. So we're going to install that now. Beautiful, and we're going to click done. Flock is not currently set to be our default browser. Would you like to make it a default browser? Yes, we would, and I suggest you do too for the purposes of the 30-day challenge going forward. Okay, so we'll click yes. Congratulations! And this is a really important screen, and I suggest you spend a little bit of time here, particularly if you're new to Flock, because it really does do a great job of showing you why Flock is indeed so cool. So you can see the cool little dig man, and for example, you know, at every point of the way we can press play, and I'll be quiet.
Welcome back to Flock. Let's take a look at what's new in Flock 1.2. First, we have 2 new people services, Dig and Pounce. As always, just log in to activate them in the people sidebar. You can view all the articles that your friends have dug in the media bar.
Great, so I'm not going to go through those right now, but what I do want to do, I want you to do, okay, as soon as you've done this, is literally go through every single one of these, because it will teach you all the cool things that Flock does probably way better than I do. And you'll see it is really good. Oh, I've got a cool thing for photos. Not from an internet marketing point of view, but just from an internet thing. Wait till you see it. Now, I will say one thing. We are not going to be using Flock's internal newsreader. And there's a good reason for that. We are going to actually be using the Google Reader. But we'll show you how to do that in another video. So, we are now basically up and running, which is very good. And what we'll do now is we need to pimp our Flock browser with a whole bunch of extensions. But we'll show you that in the next video. So, welcome aboard. Welcome to Flock. Make sure you go through and see just how cool this new edition of Flock is. See you in the next video.